The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And welcome. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and joining me, she's back again.
I am.
Miss Candace.
I'm here.
Is that like a
behind.
dream catcher that you're wearing on your neck?
Yes. No, it's just a...
Really? Is that what those are?
It's that little cute necklace. I don't know.
That's not the Indian dream catcher thing that
no,
I see on
that would
everybody's
be
wall?
looking like those things that look kind of like a web. Yeah,
Okay.
with feathers hanging from them usually. That's just like little metal things.
I think everybody else thinks that's what it is.
Oh, is
Look,
it?
we got to really work on Candace. I bring up, and occasionally songs come to my head that I just can't shake, and today was Earl Thomas Conley, You're Just an Angel in Disguise. And what a song. And then she pipes up with, what?
I said, oh, yeah, I know that one. I said, no, that's not the one I'm thinking about. The one I'm thinking about was The Devil in Disguise. You remember that? It's an old song. You're a devil in disguise. You know.
Never have I heard that.
I know you have.
I know Merle Haggard.
I have no idea. I thought Elvis might have sung that, but maybe
Earl Thomas didn't do it. I know that. Now, I do know Devil in the Bottle, I think, and It Won't Let Me Go. I think a lot of people know that song. I do know Elvis's I'm a steamroller, baby. I'm going to roll all over you.
I don't know who sings this song.
I have no clue what she's talking about.
But now I'm going to have that stuck in my head all day. So.
But, hey, do something good today. Listen to Earl Thomas Conley song.
Elvis sang it, and Scotty Ray don't know it.
If he did, I really don't know that. Linda says it.
I think I've gotten criticized for not knowing what Elvis...
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard that. Is it maybe by a different title? Or
I know you've heard it. You're just... maybe it's just slipping your mind or something, but you've heard it, yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to look that up today. That's going to be on my list of I got to know.
Yeah.
I would play it, but copyright laws won't allow you to play it here, so I can't do that.
Yeah. I don't really know the other words. I just know that I've heard it. I've heard it on movies or something, when they'll...
She gives me fever.
Yeah.
Nothing like some Elvis. Elvis is the greatest. I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. If you don't know Elvis and you're watching, find you an Elvis record today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning, y'all, though. We got a lot of people watching this morning. We got Jennifer Clark, Bill Reinhart, Joyce Poole. Good morning, Donna Roseman. Miss Lita Horn is watching this morning.
Ooh, Kathy is watching all the way from Scuba, Mississippi. Population 421. Salute.
Yes. Laura Orfino and Luke Murphy is watching this morning. Roy Ellis, good morning.
Just to mention a few of y'all. Now, there's been a lot going on over the last 24 hours. I tell you what, the folks had to run on out to the Welcome Center yesterday. We had an incident at the Welcome Center. Are you aware of it?
I'm not aware of it, but was somebody not feeling so welcome?
Well, it was one of these things to where somebody pulled over to take a nap in an 18-wheeler overnight. And the next thing you know, there were reefer. You know what a reefer is? This is a test.
Yeah. I have heard of a reefer. Yeah.
That is the air conditioning in the back of a truck that keeps meat cold.
Oh, well, that's a different kind of reefer.
You're thinking,
that I've heard of.
Shame on you.
I thought you were going to say somebody was like standing outside of his truck
smoking reefer.
That's the only reefer I've ever heard of. I'm sorry.
You go to the gutter every time I bring something up.
I'm sorry. That's the only one I've ever even heard of.
She started with the devil, then she went to the reefer. But we had...
Look, you're bringing this stuff up. I'm sorry.
John Anderson had a song years ago called Chicken Truck, Behind It I'm Stuck. Well, the chicken truck was at the Welcome Center yesterday. He spent the night, and the reefer went out, and which is short for refrigeration.
Let's just say refrigerators.
And there was contaminated chicken blood all over the place. They had to call out the professionals at Lauderdale County Emergency Management to come handle the situation all over it. Somewhere somebody didn't get their chickens. I don't know if it was headed to Kentucky Fried or where, but it never made it.
Gosh, that's bad.
So we give you these big breaking news stories of what goes on behind the scenes that maybe you don't know about.
Yes.
Now, let's get into something kind of serious here. We have had, if you own something, might I suggest a padlock, a big chain that you that they used to refer to as dog chains. Just go ahead, no matter what, even your car, go ahead and chain that to your house because criminals are on the loose in our area.
Or if you have a big mean dog, just leave them out.
Let's start over on Highway 19 this morning as we pull up. A four-wheeler's been stolen. Let's show you a picture of this. This is what it looks like here. This is what's been stolen. Now, let me show you the folks that were in the car that borrowed it. They drove it right off. Didn't even have a key to it and got it. That's the car. Now, as we go to here to a description of what went on, let's pull that up so you can read this. It's a 2014 Honda Foreman four-wheeler. They've got the VIN number there. And this was on Cricket Road on Highway 19, which is really close to the Rock House Gun and Pawn right there in that area at the end of the road at State Boulevard Extension. If you happen to see it, they'd love to have it back. The person was had dreadlocks in their late teens or early 20s that stole it.
That's right. It says they were driving a late model 90s.
The old blue car we
late
just showed.
90s or early 2000s four-door sedan. So the top's faded. It's almost white looking.
There you go. So get you some cameras. Make sure you get pictures of who visits your home when you're not at home. Just a downright outcry that things like that happen. We also go to Bailey, Highway 493, right there where Bailey Grocery used to be in that area. A utility trailer was taken. A golf cart trailer was stolen yesterday also during the daylight hours.
Yeah.
They're getting braver and braver.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, have
So
mercy.
if somebody tries to sell you one, you need to call the authorities.
Yeah. And that's how a lot of criminals are caught, and we do hope so. Hey, I got a report this morning in Neshoba County, tree down in the area. They'll probably get this cleaned up in a little bit, but this is on County Road 337. It's partly in the road there on the gravel road, and we thought we'd show this. We mentioned it earlier today there. Nothing like a dead tree interrupting stuff.
Yes.
So that was happening. Yeah. Now, this is, and you know, this is, I'm just going to go ahead and call it like it is. Party pooper. That person right there.
Well, I will say, I know as a teenager, I used to do this. Okay. I used to roll yards. All of us did it.
This is Enterprise, Mississippi.
We all did it back in the day. It was fun. It was. It was like, you know, so I've been there. I know. But when you're an adult and you're trying to keep your yard looking nice, this is the most aggravating thing. I know it's fun for kids, but, you know, they should have to come back and clean it up themselves.
Candace.
They should.
Candace, the kids.
Because I always got stuck cleaning it up, like as an adult. When my kids, our yard would get rolled, I would have to clean it up. It would be in our pond. It would be everywhere.
Party pooper.
I can remember being like 8 months pregnant out there.
Well, and, you know, and a lot of churches do this for the youth group to raise money. They have insurance of rolling insurance. To where if your yard gets rolled, the church, $20, they come clean up your yard.
But, I mean, I know toilet paper is not that big of an issue. Yes, it makes a big old mess. But now some people get, like, really, you know, over the line. I mean, trying to really tear up
what I'm going to get
stuff.
you?
Like grass killer. I mean, you know, really stuff.
You know what I'm going to buy you?
What?
I'm going to buy you a ruler, and then I'm going to give you that little nun outfit that what's-her-name used to wear in the Flying Nun, and you just tap people that are doing wrong.
Yeah.
They're
Look,
kids.
I don't care. I know it's fun.
Have a little fun in your life.
But I will say this: some kids do not understand the danger of like parking on the sides of roads and stuff. Because on 493 one year, it was homecoming time, and they were parked on the side of 493, laying in the ditches, trying to jump out of the ditches and run up in yards and stuff. And it was really scary because you'd come up on them. It's no street lights out there, you know, where this was at. So.
What else you got to say? What else you got to say negative, Nancy?
Well, let me just think for a minute, and I'm sure I'll come up with something. But yeah, they can get in trouble, you know, like get hurt. And
you just go out if it's in your tree and you take a lighter and light it and it goes, and it's over.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. It would be over for me because I'd burn the whole woods and everything.
I cleaned up many a one at my place. Even caught Jason Thomas behind my house, and I remember one year I went out, the dog was barking. I thought, what is that? And I went out, and there was Jason Thomas in my backyard. I said, Jason, what are you doing? I was waiting on my sister to pick me, and it didn't even dawn on me that it was Halloween. I've gotten so confused.
But not everybody has the same mindset as you about the rolling thing, as far as thinking,
Obviously, you don't.
Seriously, some people will come out with a gun.
Oh, have
I mean,
mercy.
shooting up in the air. I mean, some people, you just don't know who you're messing with sometimes. Like,
Boy. It's free
Goodness.
toilet paper. Just make it, you have to look at the
I will
silver lining of everything.
Well, I did see somebody one time going around picking up the full rolls and sticking them in their car. I did.
Scott says a 20-foot piece of PVC and a shot vac and get it out of any tree.
Huh.
Thought about that?
No, I did not think about that, but that's really smart.
Well, there you go there. We got so much more coming up with Scotty Ray and Candace as we start off here. This is Thursday, believe it or not.
I know.
The 15th, officially halfway through the month. If you've got a check coming the first, you got to make it 15 days, all I can tell you.
Goodness.
More up and coming with Scotty Ray and Candace as we start this day. We certainly hope you got a smile and, well, everything's working out great. It's all on the way. It's here, the Fall Sweet Pea Swap, located at the old Jeffries building at Bonita Lakes. Drop-offs will be held September the 8th through the 10th. The public sale gets underway September 16th and 17th from 10 in the morning until 7 at night. Then again Sunday, September the 18th from 1 until 6 with 25% off. And our final day, Monday, September the 19th, with 50% off from 10 until 7 p.m. Make sure to come by the most talked about event all year, the Fall Sweet Pea Swap, at the old Jeffries building, Bonita Lakes. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville is passing along these great savings this week. Peaches, $1.99 a pound. Red, yellow, or orange bell peppers, 2 for $3. A 3-pack yellow, white, or bicolor corn, $2.49. 12-pack Coca-Cola products, 2 for $11. Assorted pork chops, $1.79 a pound. And certified Angus beef New York strips, $12.99 a pound.
We're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
Rock House Gun and Pawn is open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Lots of different calipers and brands to choose from when it comes to hunting rifles. Whether you're looking for a new pump shotgun or an AR, the Rock House will have the gun that you need, with a huge selection of ammunition for just about any caliber that you may be looking for. Pistols, scopes, and a whole lot more. Plus a private lobby for your confidentiality when it comes to your pawns. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North Meridian. Okay, I heard the Elvis thing, and I really thought it was Angel in Disguise, but you're right. You walked.
Yeah, one of my customers sent me, thank you, Laura, sent me the little screenshot of the song, and then we looked it up, and I said, I knew you knew it. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, a good song. Jackie Thompson
water
said
in the
that
front
she was a retired school teacher, and at one point, 275 empty rolls they had to pick up in the yard.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a heap.
Look, I remember years ago, now this is not funny, but this is a bad thing that happened. We all come to school one morning, and this is how kids play pranks, so I don't recommend this. It was bad.
But she's giving some advice.
Right. We come to school, and there's blood at school. Everybody's freaking out, going, oh, my gosh, what's happened? Somebody had drug a deer, killed a deer, and put it on top of the roof of the school.
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
That was the scariest thing.
And why somebody would do that.
Why they would do that.
That's a different
I think they
level
probably
of-
did find out who did it, and they were in major, major trouble. But yeah.
I do remember-
Nobody, I mean, it like a crime scene. Or
I do remember that year over at Northeast High School where someone subscribed someone to a monthly subscription of a certain magazine, a teacher, and they did find out about it. Now, I admit it was funny.
Yeah,
Right up until the time they got caught.
Yeah. Don't be doing some really stuff that's going to get your behind in trouble.
But it's
Yeah.
funny. I got it. I still smile, and I had nothing to do with it. I just wanted to point that out. We go to Clark County yet, and a couple of car thieves have been, well, they've been found. They've been arrested. As we go here, Clark County Hot Topics originally posted this of the car that was stolen there, Corvette. As we go here, let me see it. Whoops, I almost hit the wrong button there. Let me go up here and do this, and now we can do this. Here we go. Right there, that's the car that was stolen. It was found in Gulfport. They're being transported back. They're going to have to
This
stand
couple, well, not couple, I don't know if they're a couple or not, but
They're doing something
these
together.
two people, he looks sleepy.
Yeah, well, I would be too if I got my mugshot taken. But that's what's happening there. So they've been arrested. That's good news. Now, as we go across and take a look at a few other things that happened, gunshots happened last night. The first round of gunshots we heard came from the 26th Street area as we pull this up. This would be kind of up by Point Rexall. As you know, here is, let's zoom in on this. We pull this up. This is where Poplar Springs cuts here to the left. Right out here west of there, the 2200 block, 26th Street, gunshot. Nothing was hit or harmed in that area, but lo and behold, let's give it another 15 minutes, and at least 20 shots rang out in Meridian. Let's pull this up and tell you about it as we go to this. This is where a house and 2 cars were hit. Now, gunfire. This is 55th Avenue, and again, here we go back to Highway 19, which has become a bullet alley. Let's just call it what it is. In between, right down here where you get off at Waters International, all the way up here to College Park. This area just west of there. Here's Mid-South Welding.
So
back
it'd be
here.
like Oakland Heights area.
Yeah. No sense in this. And if I am not mistaken, this is Ward 5, which would be Ty Bell's district. If you'd like to call her, get in touch with her, do so. Let her know that you're not proud of that. Let Jimmy Smith know. Let the police chief know that you're kind of tired of all of this each night. Now, somehow or another, in that hail of bullets, no one got hit. But a house,
it stays,
2 houses actually in 1 car is what it
stays
was.
busy in that district.
Why, we don't know. But there's no sense in this on any street of Meridian being this way. It's almost that each neighborhood needs private security to some degree to be on the lookout for what's going on. We also had a car fire. I mentioned this earlier. This would be up on Highland Avenue, the 3400 block. Car caught on fire. We've seen a few of these happen the last few days.
I mean, that would be kind of hard to be coincidental, that many, but maybe it is.
It happens.
Yeah.
So there you go. We also had a report of someone trying to steal some building materials. Say you're building a house or adding on and got a construction site, and some old boys show up in a flatbed truck in the overnight hours. Yep, that did happen there just off of North Hill Street on 10th Avenue last night. Shame, we don't know your name yet.
Right.
But they're looking for you. They've got pictures, and hopefully...
That's serious, though, because, I mean... Those things are hard to come by as far as money-wise.
Yes.
Now. You know, people are paying a lot of money to try to
Linda,
build homes.
as she puts out, neighborhood watches, they are good. If you can stay awake, it's almost that you need a 24-hour shift, especially as darkness falls.
Yeah, somebody said you have to worry about kids, like even going to the college sometimes, around in that, you know, it's in that area.
Yeah.
I mean, you do. I mean, I think the college campus is pretty secure, but still.
Yeah. As we go out just east of town on Highway 19 South, we had some reports of people possibly trying to break into a car lot. As we go out here, across from Mount Carmel Church is where we would be in this area here.
Yeah.
I don't think anything was taken. I could be wrong, but they were trying to get in. Deputies went out there in a hurry. I hope they got them. We'll find out more about that. Let's see what else went on last night. Let's see here. We mentioned the construction site. And I think I had another note here. Boy, when people get angry, they start whooping out things. At the 2300 block of Highway 19, a female was arguing with somebody. What'd she do? Well, she just whooped out her pistol. Said, I'll take care of you.
That's always the answer, isn't it, lately?
No one was hurt. The Meridian Police Department responded to that. Maybe they talked to her and said, nah, don't be doing that anymore. Can't do that.
Right.
There's bound to be a law against that, and I just don't know what it is. We had another one on 21st Street that she got so angry, she whooped out a knife and said, MPD headed on out there to handle that little situation to downgrade that before it got out of hand there. She didn't hurt anyone, but, boy, she sure was threatening. I'm always scared of women that do that myself. Y'all watch that. Now, we had arrests made yesterday, and this is big news. This makes, 4? Is that right?
Yes, I think so.
Let's go ahead and pull somebody's picture up here so everybody can see that this morning. As Meridian Police Department releases these names here. The Scotty Ray report here. Do you pronounce that? How do you say that? Right there. Demetrius? We're close.
Demetrius, I guess, yeah.
Mr. Camper, let's call him that there. I can say that.
Yeah.
Along with Kendra Campbell. They were both arrested. This makes number 4 in the suspects of the little boy that was killed in Meridian. as we go back for this, these two are going to be charged with second-degree murder. Are there going to be more arrests? There possibly could be. We're very thankful that arrests have been finally made in this. That's 4 of these. And again, if you'll remember back, this happened back there. If you were coming into town off of Highway 39, 45 bypass, behind O'Reilly Auto Center, back in that direction. Just so awful there that ever happened, but it was a drive-by shooting, and a little boy was killed in his home while he lay in bed. It's almost that you almost need steel put in the sidewalls of your home before the brick is put up.
I just hate, it just breaks my heart about that. I'm glad they finally have captured some people.
Yeah, they will stand trial. We'll find out more. And again, everybody's suspects before they are found guilty in a court of law. They got to go before the court, but arrests have been made. It is a start, and we do need a start on all of this. Lots of fender benders around town yesterday. We had another one up by Walgreens, right up from Popeyes there, a little fender bender there. No one seriously hurt.
Yeah.
But somebody had to get a report. I think you have to wait, 3 days to get your report before you call your insurance?
Goodness.
Those are just
That's a busy
never
area.
fun.
Every day.
Yeah,
lunchtime, anytime, really.
That's right.
But lunchtime and when people get off work around 5, it's real super busy.
And now that you bring that back up about lunchtime, y'all keep in mind I-20 now. We mentioned it earlier this morning about the bridge being shut down.
Yeah.
Underneath it.
Yeah, we still want you to go out there and get your lunch at the areas that you normally do, but just think about you're going to have to maybe, have a couple extra minutes to get.
Yeah,
back
you're
to work.
rerouting because there's nothing worse than forgetting all about it and then pulling up there and going, oof.
Yeah, because getting there is not going to be a problem, I don't think. That side's open.
Yeah, it's to leave it.
It's the coming back.
Yeah, so y'all watch there under I-20 northbound lane there, 39, Highway 19, whatever you want
Under
to call
that
it.
bridge that got hit not
Yeah.
long ago with the bucket thing. Yeah. Or no, what was that?
It was a backhoe.
Backhoe, yeah.
And then we had the power lines ripped down on Highway 19 a few weeks later there. Whoops. Training. We do have someone missing in Jasper County. She's not been found yet. She's a 28-year-old lady, as we pull this up, that is missing. Jasper County Sheriff's Department releasing her picture. If you've happened to see her, she's been missing a few days now.
Okay.
That number to call, 601-764-2588. She was last seen Saturday. That's a few days now.
Goodness,
We
I hope
always
they
worry.
find her okay.
Absolutely. We always like to have people return safe and sound. We don't know what that's all about.
Prayers for her family, for sure, for right now, because I know that has got to be just heart-wrenching when you can't find your loved one.
I read this story, and I did bring this up. If you joined me early this morning at 6:30, this is, you don't know what you would do if you were in this place. You're a truck driver, and this involves somebody from the state of Mississippi is why I focused on this. A guy was out of town in Pennsylvania, and if you've ever traveled through the state of Pennsylvania, it's one hill after another. His brakes go out on his 18-wheeler, and he has to make the choice, do I ride this out? What do I do? I'm going over the edge.
Oh, my goodness.
He jumped from his rig, and he did not make it. He passed away from his injuries after jumping from the rig. 42-year-old man from Amory, Mississippi. We pass along condolences to the family of Alexander Johnson. And you truthfully don't know what if you've ever been in those, like Colorado or anywhere that's got big hills,
Oh,
your
yeah, I
brakes smoke when you're not used to.
Yes, going down my daughter, when they moved to Colorado, of course it was ice on the roads and all that then, and she said it was the scariest thing going down those hills because, you do have to use your brakes constantly going down
And
those
not
hills.
everywhere, and you've seen them, those runaways, those hills that go up for rigs to run off. He wasn't near one. It most likely was in the middle of the night, and that is just horrible that happened. It gives me the word the willies to think about that. We do. Also mentioned that in Washington, D.C., and these are popular guys to rob. Now, it comes with higher circumstances when you get arrested, but the U.S. mailman, he's usually toting somebody's checks is why they get robbed.
Yeah.
And they've put out a $50,000 reward for whoever done that. I remember as a little boy in Scuba, Mississippi, me and Mayhat used to go on our walk about every morning about 10:30. Somebody robbed all the mail from the post office and then chickened out and dumped it in the cemetery, and we found it underneath the big magnolia tree that used to be. Remember that as a little boy? I was probably 4 or 5 years old when that happened.
Goodness.
So I don't think they ever caught him, but Sheriff Joe come over and picked it all up and returned it to the mail.
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis is outdoing everybody. You want to talk about payback, this is it. As we're overrun with people that are not citizens of the United States. And we don't know what the reaction is on this, but I'm sure you'll start hearing this as planes take on and off from Florida as he delivers them straight to Martha's Vineyard, one of the richest neighborhoods to where people like Oprah live. The Obamas have a place there. I think the Kennedys have been rumored to have had a place there.
It's a big destination, vacation destination.
They got 2 planefuls now of illegals floating around there going, hey.
Well, also this morning, I guess it's the Texas governor shipped over 100 migrants right outside of the Naval Observatory, which is where Kamala Harris lives.
Wow.
So, yeah. They were all just standing out there, just kind of, wandering around, just waiting on what
Candace,
do we do next.
Wasn't she supposed to go down and look at that?
She was, but yeah, she never did. So since she didn't get the border, I guess they brought the border to her. So, yeah. But there was a reporter from Fox.
What'd he do?
He was interviewing one of the guys. Most of them were Venezuelan. And he asked the guy, he said, so how did you hear about coming to the United States? And he said it was on their news. It was on their TV there in Venezuela, telling them that they were able to come. He said, and so you came here, did you have an issue coming through the border? Because, our people keep saying that the border's closed.
Right.
He said, no, the border is not closed. I mean, these are his words. The border is not closed. We had absolutely no problem getting through. We came right on through. He said, so you're here illegally or legally? He said, illegally. He said, oh, so you are here illegally? And he said, yes. And he said, illegally. And he said, and they said that's okay. And he said, yes, they said that's okay. So there's no denying that the border's wide open. These people say it. And he was trying to actually get to New York City because his other family members were there. I guess they'd already came. But, yeah, they standing all outside, and the Secret Service was out there telling everybody to move back.
But if you go to across the border to Mexico, and if you don't have your ID, you ain't getting back in.
Right.
Just to let you know.
But they said Kamala has to leave her home today to go somewhere. So I'll be, anxious to find out if they're still out there waiting.
We got somebody running for mayor of Los Angeles, California. Whoop. Last night, her home was broken into and 2 guns stolen. A candidate stolen. Man, crime's not bad out there, though, is it? No, not at all. That's what we hear this morning across the news there. Look, if you're looking for work and you're a nurse, this may be your calling card here. Minnesota has one of the largest strikes going on right now with nurses. What they're doing is paying fill-in nurses to come in $8,000 a week is what they're offering. $8,000 a week. That's pretty strong, y'all.
So I would imagine fill-in nurses would not have to pay benefits for them, right?
Probably not. So they save money in the end there.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens out there. Healthcare workers need their money. That's a tough job.
Yes. Katrina Smith said it's her daughter Reagan Smith's 18th birthday today. Happy birthday. And then also Scott Matthews says it's his birthday today. He is 41 years old.
You better hold on 41 as long as you can.
He says getting old. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember 41. Seemed like last week.
Yeah, I remember.
Next thing I know, I rolled over and 10 years had passed.
Yeah, it was kind of like you're been to the races and you're sitting down by, you think you got a good seat because you're right down by, and then there goes the car and you barely see it. That's kind of how 41 went.
I used to work with an old girl they nicknamed Racehorse. It just brought back a memory there.
Okay.
She thought she was all that in a bag of chips.
Yeah, did she?
She did. She did think it.
Okay.
Everybody else didn't. Already 8:28 this morning as we come along here. And what else is going across here? Let's see here. The Queen is expected to have the most watched event in television history. Look at this number they're saying is going to watch this show, the funeral.
4.1 billion viewers.
Wow, is all I can say. She was loved by most. There's only a few critics in this world that are being ugly right now, and shame on them.
Well, there's always those miserable people in the world who
It is.
want everybody else to be as miserable as they are. So let's try to, cause it disruption.
Tammy Wynette wrote a song about it. It was called Divorce. Oh, whoops. Good morning to you. We are having a great time. Glad you're a part of this. We got so much more to come. We want you to be a part of it. Of course, you can join. If you're watching on television, grab your computer. You can talk to us while we're live. Let us know what you're thinking, your thoughts. We do appreciate that. Sandy White says she got her makeup on. She's going to head on off to work now. Thank goodness.
Goodness.
More on the way. Welcome.
It's here, the Fall Sweet Pea Swap, located at the old Jeffries building at Bonita Lakes. Drop-offs will be held September the 8th through the 10th. The public sale gets underway September 16th and 17th from 10 in the morning until 7 at night. Then again Sunday, September the 18th from 1 until 6 with 25% off. And our final day, Monday, September the 19th with 50% off from 10 until 7 p.m. Make sure to come by the most talked about event all year, the Fall Sweet Pea Swap at the old Jeffries building, Bonita Lakes.
When you gear up and journey out, nothing but you and the wilderness for miles. Just remember, you're the boss. Steel MS-271 Farm Boss, built for the toughest jobs. Journey onward.
Join Mike Rice Auctions and Wholesales every Tuesday night for a live auction, and you can bid from the comfort of your own home. Each week, Mike has a whole selection of auction items. Maybe you're a business that needs a liquidation sale. Or maybe you're in charge of an estate and don't know what to do with all you got. Talk to Mike Rice Auctions about an estate sale. Let Mike turn these items into cash for you. Your next deal is waiting for you at Mike Rice Auctions and Wholesale this Tuesday night, live on Facebook at 6:30. I had someone make a comment there about Mr. Discount Drugs, as it actually been bought out. And I spoke to an employee last night, and it has been bought out by Walgreens. Expect all of those to, I hate to say it, go away. They'll be taken over by Walgreens. I don't know the details of what will happen to the buildings or what, but...
All of them?
Yeah. That's
So there's one right across from Walgreens. So I guess it...
So a big buy out there that happened yesterday. It was announced to employees. And we certainly hate to see that happen. Been such a part of our community forever. But I'm sure more details will come out about this, and I'll try to get in touch with somebody and get an official statement on that.
Because that's family owned. You know, it's always been family owned, and we hate to see a family owned business, go away.
It's gone to a national chain now. Already 8:31, Candace and Scotty Ray, as we begin our day. And we do hope you've got a smile. Everything is going your way, because it ain't nothing but sunshine today.
Yeah.
87 to 88 is what we're expecting all week.
It's going to be a beautiful day, beautiful weekend. Speaking of the weekend, we have a ball tournament. Miss Vicky Flake said the good luck to Alden and the Diamond Elite 8U this weekend. We're going to play up in Louisville. I can't speak today, y'all.
I'm pulling for you there.
Yeah.
Somebody had an anniversary here.
Let's see. Nature Humphreys says she wants to give her mom and dad a big happy anniversary. 44 years they've been married.
That's a heap of them there.
Wonderful. Yes.
And Sybil said, or maybe it was Bobby that actually said that we do have good news on this, to where it looks like the railroad thing is not going to happen. No strike today.
Yeah, I think they reached an agreement of some kind.
Had that happened, everything that the expenses would be astronomical.
Yeah, they said that it would have been a big shortage of goods and stuff. You wouldn't be able to get things.
Yeah.
So... And if you did, like you said, you'd be paying probably 20 times more.
Yeah, what it was worth there. Denise said that the first Mr. Discount opened in 1976 there, right across from the hospitals. Boy, that's a busy little place there.
Yeah, it is.
We'll watch to see what happens there. All right, let's take a trip back in time and see what happened. Now, I think the song that will jump out in your head will be the Wabash Cannonball. And, of course, yo-yos was his big thing. As we remember, Roy Acuff was born on this date. One of the icons that when you think of the Grand Ole Opry, he was it. He was the host for so many years there. What a great guy. And he done a lot for country music on the beginning stages of what we all know now. Now, one of my favorite TV characters or movie actors that would come about, The Fugitive. Anybody ever watch that? Tommy Lee Jones just was a natural to me. He celebrates a birthday. Born in 1946.
All right.
All right, that's all you got to say about that. I can see that.
No, he's a really good actor. I like watching him.
As we mentioned, was it yesterday that Clayton Moore had a birthday? Well, today is the day that it all happened in 1949, the first time that you would hear "Hi Ho Silver." as it made its way, it premiered, The Lone Ranger today. And, of course, him and Tonto would ride the range, and, boy, what great American heroes they were together.
Yep.
Always liked that.
I used to watch that.
The good guy. One of the most iconic things that happened in history. And you almost feel like this was probably staged.
Yeah, they said it was an accident, I think.
To begin
or it just
with.
happened to be an accident. Happened to be taking the picture right when.
You ever been at a courthouse and a wind come along and catch somebody's skirt and he goes, whoop, and you go, did I just see that? Whoop. Well, it happened to Marilyn Monroe and became one of the most famous pictures that were ever taken. I don't think her husband was real happy about it. From what I understand, Joe DiMaggio, the baseball player? DiMaggio. He didn't seem real happy about the situation, but it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And now they try to recreate that.
She didn't look too unhappy about it.
No, she was smiling ear to ear.
Yeah. I think somebody else had a birthday we'll have to get to in just a minute. I don't want to miss it. But
all right, number one on this date, as you were turning in your AM, because that's all you had back then, in 1956, Elvis would have the number one song with Don't Be Cruel. To a Heart That's True. Always liked that song. We had a bunch of television. This must be the week that they put on new television shows back in the day. It would be 1965, and this would premiere for the first time. Eddie Albert would take to the screen along with this young lady here, and it would be called Green Acres. Some of you loved it.
That was a cute show. I liked it.
It was corny now.
Yeah, it was kind of corny, but it was cute. And was that Zsa Zsa Gabor, or was that Ava Gabor? Which one was she that played that? There was sisters.
I know, and I'm scared to go out on a limb. I almost think it was Ava.
Okay.
But I don't want to hold my breath and say it wrong.
Okay.
1969, you would get to meet Lee Majors for one of the first times. This would be one of his first big roles, and boy, he handled the part very well. He was kind of like the stepbrother, and who remembers The Big Valley as it premiered on this date? Heath and the whole bunch there. That mama
Linda
was
Evans.
That mama
before
was
she
some
was
kind
Crystal.
of mean. You remember her? She was tough. I was scared of her. That was one of the big shows though back in the day. There, it was Eva.
You probably had to be tough.
Okay, let me ask this: Is it Eva or Ava Gabor?
I think it's Ava.
Okay, all right.
I think.
All right. Most everybody's saying it's Ava is her name there. She was a lovely lady there.
Which one slapped the cop that time? That was
Zsa
Zsa
Zsa.
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
She had such a hand. She would make her way onto the Beverly Hillbillies there. 1978, who would become the heavyweight champion of the world? I am the greatest. Muhammad Ali won the heavyweight champion of the world. That was a big deal for him.
Yeah.
Fly like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
Nobody's greater than Muhammad Ali. Is that how it went?
Float like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like a bee. Yeah.
Thought he had that little say in there. And if you didn't think he was the greatest, he would remind you of it. Oh, we got out of line here. 1965, you would get your first option in your car to be able to listen to songs. It would be what would be known as the 8-track tape. Ford offered it first, and well, it kind of changed the world.
I remember we had a stereo system in our house that had the 8-track thing. We had those things stacked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember running around with Habits Old and New by Hank Jr., that 8-track for years there, popping that thing in. Those days are gone now. Maybe you still got a car in the driveway that's got one. 1971, you would sit down tonight also and have your first chance. This is really when detective shows became really popular in the 70s.
Yeah.
Anybody remember this guy? Columbo.
Yeah.
He always had that dirty trench coat on.
He always looked like he needed a hairbrush and a bath. I don't know.
Don't let his looks fool you. He could solve a crime with a blink of an eye.
He could.
Explain to me one more time about that. Oh.
Yeah.
He was a good actor. Now, I know you were all over this as a young lady. You probably thought they were heartthrobs.
I'm sure they were a lot of young teenage girls' idols back in the day. Yeah, but they were on our TV all the time. Yes.
I can still hear that theme music. Chips, the California Highway Patrol, came to your television also tonight. Ponch and John, you'd get to know them, become part of them, making them part of your family. It was a good show.
Yeah. Was it Poncharelli?
Poncharelli.
Yeah.
And one of those things to where you go back now and watch the clips of the interstates, how things have just changed so much since then. Who was on the cover of TV Guide? It would be two people I promise you will know. 1984, here's the cover that you saw in the line at the supermarket. George Burns and Miss Hot Thing Catherine Bach, Daisy Duke.
Now, why were they on there together? They just happened to be taking a picture.
Let's see here. I have no idea.
It doesn't really say. I was trying to read that.
Some type of special. Lessons I Learned from TV, George Burns, on page 23, if you can get that open. I don't know.
I liked George Burns, so.
I wish I was 18 again, as he would say.
Yeah, that movie was a cute movie where he swapped places with that young guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was the name of it, 18 Again, I think.
And then, oh, God, him and John Denver there at the A&P supermarket. Pretty good stuff there.
Yeah.
He did play a good part of playing God. God could change into anything. Barbara says she also loved Columbo. Oh, boy, oh, boy. We've got so much more coming up. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'd love to have you part of all of this. Join us as the many other people that are commenting with us online live while we're here on television. Y'all stay close to us. We'll be right back with more.
On this field, as on the gridiron, each inch is fought for and marked by sweat. Each inch taken through disciplined training. With a Kubota L2501 tackling each inch in the trenches, whether those inches are measured here or here, all adding up to yards. For each yard, Kubota measures victory, and the touchdown is Parrish Tractor. Here, we're much more than a tractor store.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our community efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
Well, over at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, they've been open for a little over an hour now. They opened the doors at 7:30 this morning, and they've got everything that you need when it comes to planting your food plots this year. That's right around the corner. If your tractor isn't rolling yet and bush hogging, get to it. They got all of your stuff that you'll need, including all the cameras if you need something new, and they even have them that will come to your phone. Shoot those pictures to it. Save you a trip to the woods. Save a little on gas there. It's nice.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're needing a tent or anything scales or scents, they've got that already there for you. And, of course, if you need a blind, if you don't want to build one, you want one that's portable, they got those as well. They're light, handy, and you can carry them in and out of the woods. As we come around, maybe you need a rug to wipe your feet off on at the back door. Got a lot of those.
They have them, yeah.
Patio furniture to sit down and rest a second, chat with friends. Maybe you need something from well over at the shop. They got a lot inside there.
They do. They have ribbon, wreaths, all kind of stuff that you need to fix your home up for fall.
Yeah, be right here before you know it. Of course, overalls and shoes that are comfortable to work in. Men, women, whatever it is, whatever job you do, they've got a boot for you. See them there, along with all your pet supplies, corn, guns, ammo. It's one place, the Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151. Drop in and visit with Steve and all the gang today. You'll be glad you did. They're good folks there. You'll enjoy it.
I wonder if they've got mums. I bet they do.
A lot of moms go there, I hear, and hang out and they buy other things.
If they don't, I'm sure they will. Because fall is a big time for moms and decorating for fall.
That is the English word for mom, isn't it? A mom?
Oh, yeah, I think they do.
Mum.
Their mum, yeah. We got another birthday, though. Francis Volker wants to say, Macy McCary, happy birthday to you from Aunt Fran in Indiana.
Boy, that's a long way off
McCary,
there.
If you were watching.
Have you seen that picture that they've shown several times from the funeral there of the Queen, of that crown that's got over the 3,000 diamonds in it? Is that not gorgeous?
It is pretty.
Didn't realize it was all that.
That would be heavy. Gosh.
It would be. That one of the big things that's happening in our news right now. I mentioned this morning on a brief note, and I'm not trying to be ugly. I just want everybody to be clear as we talked about all of the migrants that are being shipped to the different cities because Texas has been overrun with this.
Right.
El Paso, this has turned into the most worst imaginable thing that I'm trying to come up with the right words on this to say it politically correct. But you've got over 1,000 people, homeless people, that some are migrants that are sleeping on the streets. And guess what, Candace? They ain't got no porta potties. What do you think they're doing in the streets of El Paso? Yeah, that's going on now. And they say that the smell it's just ruining business, that you can't even hardly go there.
And, you know, I know that I know for businesses and people who live in these cities and these small towns and stuff, I know it's got to be, you know, aggravating to them. But then you think about the other side too. These people who are coming over here with children, and I mean, these children are subject to all this stuff, having to live on the streets and stuff like that. I mean, you know, I know they're letting them in by the droves. They're letting these people in by the droves, and I guess they're wanting a better life. But there is a legal way to do that, and that's what they need to do. And then that way, when they get here, they'll have a place to go. But no, our administration thinks it's a wonderful thing to just allow this stuff to keep happening. But it's awful for these children. I mean, you know, when I saw them this morning, just kind of wandering around, and there's kids asleep on their parents' shoulders, little babies asleep. I mean, you think about these children need food. They need, you know, are they going to get it? Or are they just going to be standing around? I don't know. It's just awful to me. It's awful that it's being allowed to happen. And I think you know, bad as I know we joke around about different things and this and that. And I think they should be right outside of Kamala Harris's house. I think she needs to see it firsthand, because she is not going to go down there on her own. So, I mean, she ought to see these sleeping babies on their parents' shoulders that's probably hungry. I mean,
it's going to keep on to worse in everybody's yard.
Yeah.
I just found out that Fox News now also reporting from Mississippi. They're all over the Phil Bryant, Brett Favre news story. This is national now.
Oh.
This is not going to be contained as one-term Tate would like it to be.
Now, do we know if our governor that we have right now did he know about this?
Oh yes. That's already been connected, because he was also included in some of these texts a few weeks ago that Mississippi Today was on. And you know what they were doing, he was trying to keep everybody happy. So we'll see what happens on this. This is going to be a national huge story. It's not going away. Fox News has got it now. Y'all be ready for what's coming next. Let's see, this is something that concerns me. As we look around of all these, everything that we talk about each day really relates back to this. Homes that no longer have families, crimes that keep going. And more since the pandemic, we see people they're not going to church. They could care less. The vulgarity that we see on television now, the cuss words, the movies, the indecency in streets. And it is predicted now, by the year 2060 in the United States, Christianity will be here with other religious beliefs taking over the United States. We're that close. Now, those who believe in the same faith that we do know how this is going to end. And this is the beginning as we start to see this daily. And they're already projecting by 2060, which is not really that 40 years from now.
Yeah.
We will live in a different world, and it is happening now. If you don't believe in it, start doing something. Make a move, do something. Show up at church Sunday. Yeah. It's sad to even have to report that.
There are people who watch church from their homes, and they worship from home also. But I mean, there's people who just don't bother to teach their children about God at all, you know. And I think that's the big problem right now.
We're headed down a road that is not good, folks. And they'll argue with you to the end that it doesn't exist, and then we'll find out who's right in the end, won't we? Yeah. I think a lot of us know how the ending of that really is. All righty, 8:48 as we do this. Who's going to be the next biggest bank in America? Y'all be ready, because you already see it happening now where you can go cash your check. Right. But they're doing a program now to where employees can have a checking account, and they're sampling it. I'll let you tell them who it's going to be.
Walmart.
Imagine that. It's coming. They already have the locations. They can just put the bank right inside the store where those little check cashing places are.
They gonna make you go in there and cash your own checks.
Yeah, that's what. Fill it out.
Yeah, they're gonna have the
open the drawer.
Yeah. I will just say I went the other day, and I don't know that there was any lanes open, just self checkout. So.
Just a reminder that puts people out of jobs.
Yeah.
And that's what they would like to do. The self-checkout.
Do we at tax time? Do we have to file on our taxes? I worked at Walmart.
Try that. See, let me know we're there. Dollywood got 3 awards, y'all, the Golden Ticket Awards. And I'm assuming I'm not in the entertainment industry of theme parks, so I don't know a whole lot about it. But from what I understand, that's a pretty big deal to win 3 of those. Dollywood, one of America's favorite destinations there, to where it doesn't try to shove political their thoughts down your throat. You go and enjoy yourself with the family.
I've never been to Dollywood.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
You've got to go get a family portrait done like we used to.
I would love to go to Dollywood. I would love to meet Dolly Parton. That would be the neatest thing. If I could have Dolly Parton, Morgan Freeman, of course, Patsy Cline's already passed, but, I would have loved to have been able to meet her.
And I don't know the new name, but boy, we sure used to love eating with our fingers at the Dixie Stampede. It got a name change, and I have no idea what it's called now. But what a large time we used to have there.
Is it called like Dolly's Stampede now or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. They had to change the name. That's
I know. It was a great place there. Let's see here. We have, this is sad news. A CNN reporter, he was a prominent Georgia attorney and CNN legal contributor. He was 55 years old. He is drowned off the coast of Georgia.
Oh, my goodness.
We hope nothing, no foul play expected at this point, but that did happen. That's making news there. Amtrak. Well, maybe they'll get this straightened out as they were preparing for what was coming there. Maybe they won't be canceling these long distances. The railroads work out their problem there. Now, this is interesting, and I thought there was already somebody there. Generation Z, as the Trump supporter, won the Republican, the GOP in New Hampshire. She could possibly, if she wins in November, be the first Generation Z to head to Congress.
I'm not up on the Generation Z.
That's
when it said Gen Z, I thought it was
like
what's her name off of Good Morning America? Ginger. I thought they called her Gen Z or
they
something.
They may.
I thought, was she going? Yeah.
But, it depends upon the individual. Sometimes at 25, you got a lot of smart folks.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are people at age 25,
And there's people at 40 that
really
don't know much.
Smart. Right.
Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning as we take you through this wonderful day.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Time to stop spending your entire weekend mowing grass. Step up to a Skag zero-turn lawnmower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Well, all the way out at Goblin Cleaning Services, they've got them rolling today, and they're cleaning. They'll take care of you. 253-8262, no matter if you've got a building, a parking lot that needs a little sprucing up, to get that dirty look off of it. Maybe you got some mildew. It has a home right here that's got the vinyl siding. That sticks out. Maybe you've noticed your brick starting to have that little green look there, brown look. Get it taken care of. They can do this in a lot of times in just a couple of hours. Have your home looking great again. They've got the latest equipment. They can even use drones to fly up to get to those hard-to-reach locations. A roof, shingles, well, maybe you've got it all there. They'll do that. Of course, they'll make it look new again from those driveways and even your windows and decks, your steps, so you won't slip when it rains. Make it better. Talk to them there. Soft washing, low pressure, won't damage anything. They even get your billboard taken care of there or your scoreboard. Whatever the case is, Goblin Cleaning Services is there to help you out. See them today. Very, very affordable. Make your house paint look new again.
They can even do like boat seats and stuff, I think they said. Yeah.
Even your lawnmower gets that way. If you leave it outside, gets that old mildew look on it there. Get all that straightened out there. We're coming up on 8:53 this morning, and we'll probably hear a whole lot more today about what we were talking about, the state of Mississippi and this big scandal that takes place.
Yeah. Gosh, making Fox News, that's a big deal.
Yeah. And they did try to keep this as quiet as they could for the longest.
Yeah. Yes, they've had Tate Reeves on there several times talking about different things with different issues, So I wonder if he'll comment.
Yeah.
on this issue.
The governor's busy.
Yeah. Sorry,
we had
out to lunch.
this is sad. We had an MPD officer, 38 years old, who sang "God Bless America" for the department. Jumped off a bridge, committed suicide.
A New York Police Department officer.
Awful. This is the fourth in New York this year of an officer. I almost said officer, but officer that committed suicide. We hate to see that. It's a lot of pressure that goes with that job, and it's awful.
Gosh.
Mike Lindell, how do you know that? My slippers, my robe, my pen. He hadn't come out with that yet. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
I know. Now he has my coffee. Have you seen that?
No, you're
yes,
kidding.
he does. He has my coffee. Yeah, Kurt the other day, he said, I can't believe when y'all were talking about all that you didn't bring up my coffee because it was the night before. That's when we were making.
I had no idea he had that.
He does.
Well, he says he was minding his own business at a drive-thru trying to get him a cheeseburger. Next thing you know, he's surrounded by FBI agents, and they took his cell phone away from him. They seized it in case he had something on there that they'd like to use against him on January the 6th.
They're trying to shut everybody up that had with Donald Trump, aren't they?
Yeah, they're after him. It could be one of the biggest comebacks in history as we look at Ukraine, who has successfully, with a huge part for the United States of military aid, keep the Russians away. It's almost like they're almost winning at this point. Let's hope so. We'll watch that closely there. We've had someone charged, and no matter what you're riding in, whether it's a bicycle, a boat, a car, it can be dangerous. And we find out that someone who was drinking and driving a golf cart is being charged with manslaughter because the passenger in the golf cart tipped over and it killed him. We hate to see things like that. North Carolina is where that happened.
That's awful.
I bought Angie headlights for hers like 5 years ago, and she keeps reminding me that I hadn't installed those yet.
Really?
Yeah.
5 years? Gosh.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Coke machine you took apart that's got 1 million parts.
You didn't have to go and bring that up,
and you
did
don't
you?
know if you'll be able to put it back together.
I'm waiting on Bill to show up.
Yeah, Bill said that he could help you, I think.
Hey, I went to the dentist yesterday and survived. I'd just like to point out that I wanted to squall like a kid.
Oh, I'm with you right there. I don't like
there, they gave me a shot, and I made it in that. It was right up until then they started the work, and my mustache went up and started tickling the inside of my nose, and I thought I was going to come out of the chair. Have you ever had that happen? The hair on your lip get up your nose?
No, I have not had that.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah.
But that did happen. I've never in my life had that tickle me before.
Yeah.
I guess it's time for a trim.
Yeah, just a little bit, I guess, maybe. Just going up your nose.
Yeah, there's nothing quite like that visit to the dentist.
I know. I have the anxiety when I go to the dentist, but yeah.
They just love needles, don't they? I have never in my life had the laughing gas. I know there's others that have, but I have not.
I tried it. I tried to do they put that thing on my face, and I'm so claustrophobic. When she turned that on, I don't think I could do the sleep apnea thing. I really don't. I said I can't do it. So, anyway.
We want to say thank y'all for dropping by and spending part of your day with us here. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news, more stories, more headlines that happens locally and nationally. Can't do it without you. Join us each day.
Yeah, see you back at 8 a.m. in the morning.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: